In the year 2772, a meteor strikes the city planet of Metropolis, knocking it off its axis. This cosmic event releases supernatural forces, unleashing a new kind of hero, the lunatics.
It's time to
Going to be interesting.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I would never take the time for me myself to see it, but like, I'm have a subscription now, so I can just do it if I wanted to.
Right. I remember you told me a couple months ago. I keep forgetting about it. I'll have to get into it, but we are not here for Movie Pass. We are here. That wasn't a sponsorship, by the way, people.
Wait,
we're
here
for
recording?
Cartoon Chat. Yes, I've got you once again. Welcome to Cartoon Chat. I'm Bryan Swan, a.k.a. Athemocracy, joined today with Mark. Find him on Canine Biscuits and Blasting Turbo Ports. How's your day? We were just talking about...
I can't believe I explained all my dirty secrets.
Good thing I pre-screened that video and cut it out just before we started. Yes. We were just talking about Teen Titans Go, actually, right before this, so you guys will hear that clip earlier in the week before you'll hear this one. But now I want to talk about 2018 movies. There are a lot of them. There's some pretty big and anticipated ones, and it's going to be pretty exciting just to see how this year turns out. Obviously,
exciting and polarizing. Yeah,
very true, very true. Now, I did poll you guys about what you guys wanted in terms of the most anticipated movie of 2018. I gave you guys 4 options: Transylvania 3, Incredibles 2, Wreck-It Ralph 2, and Spider-Man, the Into the Spider-Verse movie with Miles Morales. Of course, Incredibles 2 came out on top. No, I think that is the movie that's going to blow everyone out of the water. That's the one that's going to make the most money because it's just been so many years. You have, of course, Wreck-It Ralph 2 and Spider-Man. I think it's really interesting that Wreck-It Ralph 2 has as much interest from you guys as Sony's Spider-Man movie that was only introduced last year. That's really fascinating. Then you have Hotel Transylvania 3, which, whatever. But we'll go through every single movie here, or most of the movies at least. And we'll start with Incredibles 2. I mean, what else is there to say?
Yeah, the best first. Yeah, of course. This is like the most, this is the one we're waiting for. We've been waiting for over a decade now.
Exactly. 2004, was it, when it first came out?
Yep.
It's just now we have literally 14 years between these two movies. There was a meme going around last year, or when it was first announced, that, adults will be, pushing kids out of the way to see this movie. Because factually, that's going to happen.
Because when the Disney-Pixar deal happened, they announced, every movie they made before the deal is getting a sequel.
We didn't get...
Except Bugs Life.
Bugs Life, yeah.
Bugs Life. I personally, I don't think any movie, with the exception of Toy Story 3, any movie really needed... with the exception of Toy Story 2, I don't think any of those movies really need a sequel, except Incredibles.
Well, I disagree. I think, Cars needed 2 other sequels. I think Cars needed, Mater's Tall Tales and...
Cars 2 would have been defined, but I don't care for Mater's Tall Tales, the movie.
Right. No, you're right. The Pixar, the effect of having sequels for those movies, I think effectively put the studio at a lower level of expectation than we had before that point. They were making movies like Ratatouille, Up, and they were going further and further and further, and then we started getting sequels just being pumped out. I think the 2010s will be remembered as the era of the Pixar sequels, and I think they're finally able to sort of move out of that direction and start to make some new content. But, I mean, this is the sequel that not only has the highest expectation to do really well, but is the most anticipated one of all. The fact that it is set right after Incredibles is even better, because imagine if it was 14 years, it would have just been awkward. So yeah, this movie is exciting, and yeah.
Okay, so far all we got out of it, it's like it's gonna I think most of it's gonna be about Jack and his new powers.
Right.
Yeah, the teaser. That's gonna be interesting because like they they didn't notice at all in the first movie.
No, they didn't. No,
he was doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like, that kind of like bothered me a little bit, but like.
But he would do all that crazy stuff,
yeah.
and they didn't notice it until like until this movie's teaser. Like, yeah.
It was a funny reveal because it's just like, Syndrome was just like going like fucking crazy when he saw it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, remember those shorts that were in the extra DVD where you had
Jack Attack.
The Jack Attack, yes, where the babysitter was
that was a fun short. It was weird. That short had like a lot of production, like as much production value as the movie.
Exactly.
It was almost like a cut
deleted scene. Yeah.
It was like weird. It's like weird, but that was a really good short.
Yep, funny, hilarious. Made you like the babysitter who you really didn't like before that point. And it was just like,
well, you didn't really care for.
You didn't care at all. It was a good time.
It was like, I love that short because like it gives you a different perspective. Because like if you see the movie first, because your reaction is Syndrome freaking attacks her and takes and kidnaps Jack, and
right.
You don't know what happened to the babysitter after that.
Of course.
And in the short, it just turns out Jack was the one going crazy, and then Syndrome was just like at the door, like, "Hey, I'm the replacement babysitter," and she just like gave him the job, like, "Oh yeah," like that was genius. I love that right there.
Yeah, the fact that they capture her and it's like they're trying to like see what she knows and everything. That was it was very smart, very well done, and yeah, I love that. I have to go back and rewatch both Incredibles. I think we'll do that obviously before the movie comes out. But I think it's interesting that this movie is out of Disney's properties. This one is just up there with Avengers: Infinity War. It's even higher, I think, than Solo. It's just to be honest. I think it's more anticipated than any Star Wars property this year.
It's so anticipated at all.
I don't. I think it's the same as the Teen Titans Go movie. No one wants it. No one care. No one really it's like all right.
Now we're still in January, but just give us a trailer to Solo already. I'm just curious.
That's weird.
I gotta see what it is.
I guess the Super Bowl. Usually they put a lot of those.
I guess they're gonna wait till Star Wars: Last Jedi is out in theaters because right now it's still playing in theaters.
Yeah, it lost to what movie did it lose to? Jumanji.
Yeah.
Jumanji overtook it, which is weird.
I saw it last Friday. Jumanji was a pretty good movie.
No, it's a great movie.
You saw it too?
It's fun. It's awesome. I love it.
Oh, you saw it too?
I love the direction they took because I was worried that they were gonna go in a completely it was.
I thought it was gonna be cringy. No, that was legitimately good written. But this is about animated movies.
Sony did it right. I mean, they did it right with Goosebumps. Yeah. They've done it right with Jumanji.
Yeah, Goosebumps was surprised.
Right.
When I first saw the trailer for Goosebumps, I was like, this just looks stupid. Another. Yeah. Another meaty piece of media comes to life and goes in the real world.
Right. They should have took that direction with Ghostbusters, but they didn't. Instead, they just made a movie that was exactly the same as the old movie, except less quality. Incredibles 2. It's going to be exciting. I think that's in our number one spot, overall. I'm not really rating anything, but just it's up there.
Dude, it's big year. We're getting for superhero stuff. We're getting
5 or 6
from Disney alone. Black Panther, Infinity War, and Incredibles 2. This is super anticipated from Disney. Yep. All three are super anticipated.
Yep. Then you have, of course, the other ones.
Well, then Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You forgot. You got Deadpool next month.
Oh yeah.
On top of the fact that you already have Black Panther there, you have Ant-Man. I'm surprised they didn't.
Well, that's going to be Disney later, so that counts too.
Right.
So,
no,
and Ant-Man and the Wasp is there, but nobody can care about it yet because we have nothing on it yet.
We don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they tie that in because obviously they're going to want to get people into
Infinity War.
Yeah,
Infinity War's going to they can't they're probably going to advertise it when Infinity War is close to coming out because right now Black Panther barely is out.
Right, and that's a few weeks away. I'm excited.
Yeah, same here.
But next movie, not as exciting. And Sony property, third movie in. It's kind of like Despicable Me, where they've gone through 3 movies now. Hotel Transylvania 3, 3
I haven't done anything
in.
wrong. I've been wanting to see 2, just never had a chance to see it. It was on Netflix. I hope it's still on Netflix. I'd probably see it eventually. But it looks. I mean, it looks like a fine movie. Both 2 and this. I'll see it. Well, I need to. Oh, I'm not gonna see it until I see 2. If I haven't seen 2, then I probably won't see this.
Right. Yeah, I know they're on a cruise ship this time around.
Yeah.
And it's kind of.
It doesn't look bad. It's just it's there.
It's like if you like the cast of characters, you're gonna like it even more. If you don't really know the property, I mean, I guess okay,
it's
whatever.
not anything worth. It's there.
Right. That's
it's not bad. It's harmless.
Exactly.
It's a decent franchise. Like the animation's great as always. I love the animation of this movie.
Right.
I would just like to see
the designs and the character movements and flow.
Yeah, I would like to see like
Dandy
Tartakovsky's work. I would like to see like something like with made by the same exact team but with a different property, just a different IP, just a new IP.
Well, wasn't Popeye? If it was the same by him as
Popeye,
well.
That makes me.
It makes you hurt inside, doesn't it?
It hurts. It was canceled for the Emoji Movie, and
I mean, they should be able to bring it back now at this point, right? I mean, there's a point where it's like, all right, we got the Emoji Movie done. It made money, even though it shouldn't have. Let's go ahead and put, let's put this team on Popeye now. I feel
like the announcement's coming. They need to hurry up and announce that they're going to go back to working on it, because there's no way, because too many people who are a fan of animation in general just want to see that. It's not even about Popeye. It's like the animation was amazing on that little short, on that test.
Yeah, it was theatrically quality. It was like theatrical quality. The other thing is, of course, Sony also has lost Sonic, and it's over at Paramount now. So, I mean, they have a slot that they can fill in with Popeye, too. It's
introducing people to Popeye, and, like, it's, like, an interesting concept of, like, Popeye itself that hasn't been like overdone. It's so old,
right?
And we haven't seen any trace of it since like 90s, or probably like if there was some kind of special or something I missed, probably to like early 2000s.
It's very, like you said, interesting to reintroduce this character to 2 or 3 generations that hasn't really gotten a grasp of who this guy is. Maybe they've seen a GIF or GIF. They maybe seen an image of it somewhere, but they don't know who the character is or where he's from because it's been so long, and now it's great to see. It would be great to see them reintroduce this character in a way that would be fun.
Yeah.
And
hopefully
get him back into the spirit of.
If they bring it back, hopefully they keep the. I know it's going to be a kids movie, but hopefully they keep the pipe in his mouth.
Emoji Movie tie-in.
Hopefully they keep the pipe in his mouth.
Right. Smoking kids.
It's just so iconic.
Right. Oh, no, and then all the SJWs that'll be like, oh, she's a damsel in distress. You can't have that in 2020. No. Oh, fucking Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah, you can have, none of them are on 50 Shades. And that's about, like, that's about females and, like, getting...
females doing, That's the female Fast and the Furious. They all flock to see that, and then they get angry when when a female's in a damsel in distress. The next movie.
I saw a trailer to this.
Another property. Wow, it's weird because like me and Maja both said this. The original Gnomes movie came out, I think, when we were like in middle school or not even in high school, if I'm not mistaken. It had been, like, it's the beginning of the decade, or if not the beginning of the decade, right before, like, 2009 or something, like, almost 10 years. What are they doing now bringing this back? Like, why wasn't this an immediate follow-up? Like, unlike Incredibles, was anyone... I think we just forgot about we just forgot about this, and then, like, they brought it back, and it's like, oh...
Yeah, I don't care about this. Even with my movie pass subscription, I don't think I'm going to go see this.
I mean, they had a butt. They had a
butt joke.
So
it was okay. This is a kids movie, but like that, what that gnome was wearing, was and like I like the joke of what that gnome was wearing. It was pretty odd for like a film director for kids that they put that joke in there.
Yeah, because it was like what even the Minions I don't think did that. Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, really,
you can show a butt, but like that kind of clothing, that's a male stripper outfit.
Yeah, it's I don't know what the hell they're doing
for kids,
for families. It's
what's that? Is that Gnome Alone? Is that there's another one?
I don't think that's an actual movie. I think that's just a. We're looking at the YouTube videos. I think that this is a. Not This is. Oh no, I don't think so. It's. Dude,
No, I think it's real. It's real. It's real.
It has good quality.
It does.
Sorry, if you guys don't know what we're doing, we're watching.
You can cut this out.
I could.
I say we watch it. I'm curious. This is coming out this year. Yeah, it's coming out this year. Oh my god. It's being made by someone else.
Canadian American computer animated film came out in 2017, November 2nd, 2017.
Oh, it already came out?
The film was released it's going to be pushed to March 2nd, 2018, which is weird because Sherlock Gnomes comes out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this. DreamWorks is doing their own one. Let's see the trailer.
No, this isn't. Gnome Alone isn't DreamWorks, is it? No, this isn't DreamWorks.
Oh, they say made by People's Truck and Kung Fu Panda.
No, but the same team, but not the. 2011, so it came out right when I was going to high school. You were already in high school. Maja was still in middle school.
I remember my first year of high school was 2009.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you were 2014. That's right.
Yeah.
November 3rd, 2017.
It already released?
No. Oh, that's weird. Oh, wow. March 23rd, 2018. This one's coming out. And then March 2nd. They're within 3 weeks of each other, and they're basically...
What? Okay, let's...
That's not going to be complicated.
See the trailer? I'm curious.
At all.
This is it, Club. Our new house.
Glad to see someone's finally moving into Frankenstein's castle. Hi, I'm Liam. Strong and silent. I like it.
What's with all the tiny Santas? They're garden gnomes. Then why aren't they in the garden?
Remain calm, human. This is worse than I thought.
What do you want?
We gnomes are here to guard this house from creatures from another dimension.
What?
And now you're the only one who can help us and protect the world from destruction.
You can count on me.
Let's lock and load. I got this.
Oh, so this is the cheap alternative to you know how movies like have the alternative to like high production movies.
I think so.
This is like this, if you can imagine. This is like the, you know,
What connection you trying to make to it?
like you know how Cars has, you know how you can see those like bargain bin spin-off, like how Cars the movie. Then you have those spin-off ones like Wheels or Tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Or like it's like that's.
In the cabinet.
Okay, I was interested the first like 20 seconds, and then like
Then the quality sort of dropped.
It's just like when they introduced the plot, the actual plot, it just like started to go insane.
Yeah.
They're like, nah.
The Norman family just
Alright, so I guess
and each gets $100 in free Pokemon.
Oh my God! Do you see this picture? Oh my God!
Oh no! We're getting cut back. Are you gonna go to the fucking butt joke?
Yes.
Let's go. Two forward. Hold. I said hold.
So you can tell animation quality, of course, better.
It's better. Comparatively.
Sherlock knows. That's not how a squirrel shakes its behind. Mankini, can you demonstrate?
Okay, all right. That's what the fuck that was. All right. So Sherlock Gnome movie. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Sherlock Gnomes, nothing exciting about it, really. Has a good butt joke, a dumb butt joke.
And we just found out Gnome Alone is coming out this year, too.
A budget version made by a Canadian production house.
It's coming out in the same
Coming out within 3 weeks of it. I don't know if it's getting an actual theatrical release, because it doesn't seem like they have the momentum to actually get the theatrical release. I think it's just going to be like on store shelves for a bargain release. And on like in the future Netflix, and you just like see it, and it's like, oh, is that the Gnome movie? No, it's that's just a spin-off. Like,
I'm gonna go see it either, because like it's not that it looks bad; it just looks straight up boring.
Right, and I mean the idea,
which is also bad. So yeah,
the idea sounds interesting. You know, you have Home Alone, you know, a very popular movie, and then you instead of robbers, you go with gnomes, and it's like, oh, that could have worked very well, but instead it didn't. So the Gnome cinematic universe is afoot. Next one, way more anticipated, Early Man, made by Aardvark.
Oh my god, I want to see this so bad.
What's up?
I miss Aardman so much.
Aardman, not Aardvark.
Aardman. What was the last movie?
The last movie was, let me make sure I can put this. We
are looking for their last movie right now.
So the last movie was Shaun of the Sheep in 2015.
I need to see that. I still haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Well, like I was a fan of Shaun of the Sheep. I love that. But like I always look forward to like anything from Aardman, because they do a lot of creative things. I loved their Pirates movie. I thought that was funny.
Oh yeah, that was good. Good. Yeah. No, their history is amazing. You know, they've worked with a number of different. They partnered with a number of different studios. I remember back when Chicken Run was they worked with DreamWorks on that, if I'm not mistaken, or if it was just distribution rights.
Yeah.
But you know, I remember Chicken Run very well, because that was the movie that got me introduced to Aardman.
The only movie I put in their lower tier is just like it's flushed away, because that was CG, but I still had a fun time when I saw it.
I wouldn't say that was a lower tier either. I thought that was really fun.
The lower of their movie, ranking wise.
Oh, in terms of quality of, you know, overall.
That was their first CG movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about in like visual quality or storytelling quality? Just in terms of favorite movies, you put it in the lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess visual. I can't. I'm not sure storytelling. I guess. I think I like the other movies in terms of storytelling than this one.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I still enjoy Flushed Away and Chicken Run. Those are the two that I actually grew up with.
I love
Wallace and Gromit
was great.
Yeah, that one was fun. And,
yes.
Yeah. I think the first three are the ones that I really got into as a kid. And I haven't continued to keep watching them as often, but I just remember them as fond memories. And you know, they're making a Shaun of the Sheep 2 movie coming out 2019, 2020. But
yeah, I look forward to just like Focus Pictures. I look forward to anything from Aardman, because like stop motion and claymation is. I look forward to it's like a underrated and underrespected animation style.
Right.
I love any movie that does anything with it.
Yeah, after we started seeing everyone started to move to CG, and you just don't have traditional animation. It's great to see that you have still stop motion. Very it's not used as often anymore. It's just like they're one of the rare studios that's really getting that theatrical push. But yeah, it's great to see that there's diverse animation styles still out there in theaters, and it's great to see that, you know, Aardman is still around.
Yeah,
that's the key thing, that they're still around. You know, I'd put them up there with Studio Ghibli just in terms of story, just in terms of their own dynamic style of doing things. You know. Now.
Something I want to mention.
Yeah.
Does that Rabbids movie come out this year? I remember hearing about it a while ago.
Which Rabbit movie?
Rayman, the rabbits that came from the Rayman place and on Nickelodeon's Rabbit Adventures. I remember they were making a movie. It was by the people that made Robot Chicken. They were helping making it. Wait, does that have a trailer? No, it's fan made. Okay.
Film is in the works. It's made by Sony Pictures, but there's no official release date set for it yet.
I remember like at one point.
I mean, Sony's pretty packed right now anyway. They have all their garbage, and then they have the Spider-Man movies. So.
I remember at one point they said 2018. I think that was 2 years ago.
They push back so much stuff. It's incredible.
Not more incredible than The Incredibles.
Than The Incredibles, yes. Ralph Breaks the Internet is the other sequel that I think is a little late to the game, and after looking at the poll that I took last week, with you guys, the viewers, I don't know how this thing's gonna fare because people aren't really hyped about it.
I don't know. Like it's not about games anymore. It's about the internet.
Right.
Well, personally, I don't know because we don't have any real trailer for it.
Exactly, that's the thing, you know.
And it's what got me thinking was I remember I was listening to a podcast. They were reviewing the Emoji Movie, and a joke they said we're gonna review the Emoji Movie or in other words, a rough draft to Wreck-It Ralph 2. It's oh my god, it could be that.
I mean, that's the thing.
It could be pandering to internet memes. And
that's
stuff.
That's what I was. I've been thinking about since the movie came out, where it's they have all these that they're gonna have references to, Facebook, and it's that's Facebook and social media and the smaller games and the games that kids like on mobile devices. I'm sounding like an old person now, but it's
we are.
It's
old.
not.
Dude,
it's
2018. Every 2,000 babies becoming legal age.
Oh my god! No! Oh man! In 1 year, 9/11 will be 20 years old. How sad!
Jesus!
How sad! Wreck-It Ralph 2 though.
It's got dark.
It's gonna wreck. Yes, Wreck-It Ralph 2 has a lot going for it. It's just the characters. I think that's what's going to keep us invested in this movie, and I think that this first trailer that comes out has to prove that we have to find ourselves interested enough to go in to see it. That's what's going to be dependent on it, because I don't know if there's still hype for Wreck-It Ralph anymore. That's why I was asking that question. Is
the first movie was really good, but Wreck-It Ralph 2 is coming out in a year like this with Black Panther alongside Black Panther, Infinity War, Incredibles 2, Spider-Man.
Here's the thing. It comes out on November 21st, 2018.
It's coming around the same time. Around the same time as Ant-Man, though.
I mean, but that's not. But he's not a superhero. That's the difference. And I think that while it will draw in the kid demographic, I've seen throughout the years we have seen that Pixar movies do well, even if they're alongside other MCU movies. It doesn't seem to affect it all that much. I was going to say that the only thing that worries me is the other animated movie in the area, which is Spider-Man. Spider-Man comes out, though, a month later, so they have time to, make box office revenue off of Ralph.
Spider-Man's a big name, especially that it's in the MCU, too, now, so...
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
It's a trustable brand again.
Right. But yeah, Wreck-It Ralph 2, I wouldn't be surprised if it bombs, if you know what I mean. It's just not a property that screams... Watch me. It's not Frozen 2. It's not Moana 2. Yeah. It's a movie that happened literally 5-6 years ago, and I think people forgot about it, just like they forgot about Gnomes, and they got to put that trailer out to get people anticipated, and that's all that's going to happen.
The first movie, it was premise alone, it wouldn't drag anybody into the theater. What would drag people into the theater to go see it was the nerd references,
right?
All the nerd stuff you put in there. That's the reason people are going to go see Ready Player One. That's the reason I'm going to go see Ready Player One.
True. When is that movie coming out?
March 3rd.
Okay, good. That's way on the other side. Because if those two movies were coming out alongside each other, that would not. They're too similar in genre. That would work negatively to each other. Even though one's a little more mature than the other, it just would. It would be
with Ready Player One. I don't care about the plot. I don't even think I remember the plot. All I know is
Back to the Future, Star Wars.
I just see a shit ton of references, and that's what I'm the movie for. So it's I'm gonna have a fun time because of that. Same thing with Wreck-It Ralph. I was oh my god, Sonic, Bowser, Pac-Man, kill Bart.
It's beautiful.
And then surprisingly enough, the movie itself was able to hold itself up, and it was good.
Right.
I mean, if this movie does pull a lot of references too, that'll be cool. I just hope it just doesn't pull pandering references. I do not want to see YouTube cameo Let's Players unless they're me in there.
Unless they're me. Unless they're me. And I would not see the movie if you were in it. Oh my god. Unless they're you. That would be hilarious. That would be, I think, if they put YouTubers in that.
We gotta save the internet.
All right, let me.
Oh God, it's PewDiePie.
Let me talk to my friend. Let me talk to my friend Smosh Plays, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Markiplier.
Insert 5-minute dialogue that doesn't matter to the plot whatsoever and makes you want to die. Yeah.
Hey, Logan Paul.
Oh no. you're still in Japan, buddy. No, like this is gonna. I don't know how Wreck-It Ralph 2. It's. I hope it does well.
Yeah.
I hope it does good. We just
I
don't
hope
know.
it looks good. I hope it's not pandering.
Yes.
Disney has been good at that so far. They better keep that track record up.
All right. Have you seen Isle of Dogs trailer?
I've seen the trailer to Isle of
It
Dogs.
looks awesome. I cannot wait.
Again, stop motion
Yes.
is a gem. Is an underappreciated gem that just like I feel like Disney needs to do this at some point. I don't know if they had already, but like it's like more.
Just prioritize that as well.
More people need to respect it. It's just so like this movie looks so. It's so mysterious. I really want to watch it. I love like.
I love the voice actors they have for these dogs, or the idea, the premise of it is fun and interesting. It just pulls you in.
It's taking itself seriously, but it's in a good way because like the plot looks fun.
Yep.
It's just like the movie just looks so beautiful. I want to see it so bad.
It comes off more mature as well, and I like that because we just don't get that dynamic in a lot of movies. A lot of them are tailored more to a younger demographic. This feels and tonally feels like a more mature, just moving at its own pace movie, and I'm very excited to see how this turns out. I hope it doesn't bomb. Same guys that made. I think it's Fox. Which is funny because Disney now owns Fox. So you're because I think this was who made.
I think it's Focus again.
It's Fox Interactive, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not Fox Searchlight. So yeah, it's a Fox property. They made the Fantastic Mr. Fox, not to say Fox 50 times,
okay.
but
darn, I need to see that movie too. I keep forgetting it.
Yeah, that one's fun. Well, it's not fun. It's not fun, but it's interesting.
I need to. I'll probably. Hopefully, it's on streaming, some kind of streaming service or something.
But
I'll watch it eventually. It's one of those movies I keep forgetting to watch.
Yeah, Isle of Dogs. While it's not really, we don't know much about it. It's an interesting premise. It's probably my second most anticipated movie outside of Incredibles. Like, if there's two movies, it's this one, Incredibles, and yeah,
it looks
Isle of
beautiful.
Dogs. Yeah.
So we're talking about Peter Rabbit. Does it count?
Peter Rabbit's one of those things where, like, and you talked about this before, but I'll go on a side note. This is like Alvin and the Chipmunks, where, you have this character that's all CG in a world that is live action, and I don't know, like,
it's there.
If I'm not mistaken, this is also Sony, right? Like,
it's Sony.
Yeah, if it's Sony, and it's like, they take some strides forward, and then they go back to a safe call and a garbage call. I don't know. I don't care. Do you?
I don't know.
Yeah. James Corden, who's in the Late Show, voices it. So.
Maybe I'll see if I'm bored if there's nothing else playing. If I already seen everything else in theaters, but I don't know.
Well, there's a Ghibli movie that should be coming out around the same time.
It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look interesting either. So
there's a Ghibli movie or a spin-off Ghibli movie that doesn't feature the Ghibli. I think it's not.
I keep forgetting that those still come out in American theaters besides the tribute showings.
What? This movie?
Yeah.
The Mary and the Witch's Flower comes out later on, I think, this month. No.
I mean, besides I don't know, not tribute. Special limited release.
Yes, January 18th and January 19th. It has a sort of wider release in America. So
wait, wider release as in serious marketing, or it's just like limited release again?
I think it's just a few select theaters.
Yeah,
generally what happens with Pokemon, what happens with prior Studio Ghibli films, and other anime films, just gets out there in certain theaters. And, it's great that they're going wider, because it used to be that you didn't get to see it in, like, Cinemark and other things like that, but they have it in pretty strong brand name theaters now, so it is much wider than it was, like, a decade ago.
Yeah. You have any Ghibli movies here?
I had more, but I don't have them. I don't know where they went. I have Nausicaa and Spirit Away on me right now here. Two of my favorites. But, yeah, it's interesting how Mary and the Witch's Flower...
I'll check if there's any on Netflix.
What's up?
Pricey.
I don't think they're on Netflix, though. But yeah, it's made by Studio Ponoke, which is not Ghibli. I think it's a spin-off of a couple of people that were working in Ghibli made their own studio.
Yeah.
And I think this is the evolution of what we're going to see out of Ghibli, where it's like Ghibli was a lot of Hayao Miyazaki. You had some other properties that were not him, but people have spun off, made their own production houses, and
they made their own animation based off his styling.
Right. So you have this thing where it's like, all right, this is right. This is where the steps go. This is where we'll see more. And yeah, Mary and the Witch's Flower. I'm excited for this. I hope this stays around as long to.
I'll go see if I have the time to catch it. They a lot of these limited releases are I'll go see that, and then and I get distracted, and then something else reminds me to it, oh crap, that movie. Oh, it's been 2 months already.
Yeah, but I mean, it has a release, I think in March for DVD. So DVDs are expensive, especially for Ghibli. I know it's not Ghibli, but for Ghibli sort of movies, it's like $30. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 40 sometimes if you go retail. So it's sort of expensive, but I think worth it because it's they're really good. They're high quality. Next one, Smallfoot, made by
funny.
Warner.
We just saw the trailer when we were distracted of Teen Titans.
Yes.
That looks funny. I look forward to anything from Warner Bros. Animation because they have creative ideas. I love Storks. Storks was a fun time. It was like I described it. It was a Penguins of Madagascar on crack. That's what it was.
Right.
And Penguins of Madagascar was already fast paced, and that movie, Storks was just like joke.
Right.
It was just.
It has, I don't know, this reminds me a lot of, it gives me like a Blue Sky sort of Ice Age style vibe. Not only because it has the, it's set in the snow, but it has that Blue Sky style, I think.
The animation is more
DreamWorks, what are you talking?
It's different from Ice Age.
It's different from Ice Age, but it gives me a Blue Sky feel just in terms of the dialogue and the characters.
Dr. Seuss anime movies feel actually.
That I understand how. Yeah, I can see where that comes from.
From it looks like same animation. I give you mean Blue Sky because it looks very similar to Horton Hears a Who type animation. So
yeah. Next up. I think, a movie that sort of came out of the blue. We weren't expecting much out of it. We were like,
we heard of it. We didn't have we didn't have any. I didn't have any expectation for it.
Right. The situation was
Sony.
Right. The situation was, Sony wants to make money off of Spider-Man because Marvel took Spider-Man away from them, so they can't make their own cinematic universe. But they are, and they're doing it with a movie that looks actually good. And not just based in crap.
I love the art style of this movie.
Right.
This is because this is just like a superhero movie. I was expecting it to be like something on just similar vein to Big Hero 6, which Big Hero 6 just has like average CG animation. I thought this was going to be the same thing, but this is like different.
It's a mix of stop motion and actual CG, but it's fully CG. But they take the tones. They take tones of.
It's doing what the Lego movies sort of do. Yes. Which is they're mimicking stop motion with CG animation. I love that.
Yeah,
it's very inspired of focus movies like Cartline and stuff. That's what it's looking like.
And I think the great thing was, it's like we were also wondering how is this going to work when you have another Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How are you going to be able to have two Spider-Men working out in the same time frame, not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but just in the same theatrical time where last year you had Spider-Man: Homecoming, this year you're gonna have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. How is that gonna work? And it's like it's so dynamically different.
Put in all the Spider-Mans.
That not only is I think it's great that they're introducing Miles Morales. This was the time this was the movie to introduce him in. It was so dynamically different that it made sense that they would introduce Miles Morales in a movie like this because he had to be so dynamically different from. Peter Parker's Spider-Man.
I'm excited for this movie because I love the Spider-Verse stories. They're in
the comics.
In the comics or whenever shows did them. It's fun to explore all the Spider-Mans because Miles Morales is fun. Spider-Man 2099 is fun. There's a lot of great Spider-Mans and I've been interested if Sony was able to, if they were going to do their own Spider-Man universe, they were able to put it off well because I would love to see I was excited to see like their Avengers, but with Spider-Mans.
Right.
But like they're just doing this in animation, and that's just even better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love the little freeze frame comic book stylings.
Yep.
They do. I hope like I see more of that in the action. I'm excited to see this movie. Even the writing is trash because we don't know the plot yet. This animation still looks great. It's still Sony. This animation looks great, and I hope it
doesn't turn out like Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I hope
high quality trailer release looks generic.
I hope it's a good movie, and if it's a good movie, I hope it's successful.
Right. You know, there's a lot to talk about with Spider-Man, but you know, it's very anticipated, very exciting, and I can't wait. I think I'm right alongside you. This went from being a movie that I was not excited for one bit to right up there with, not Avengers, but right up there with like, okay, Black Panther or, just like, it's a movie that's on my radar now, and something that wasn't there when Sony announced it. Okay, we'll skip that.
Grinch coming out this year.
Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is going to come out November 9th.
Because that's a classic, but like, but we're getting another movie on it.
What's interesting is this is going to be, I think, Benedict Cumberbatch is voicing this dude, and so, you know, and it looks like they have a smaller, you know, it's like the way that they have him designed. It's Illumination Entertainment. It's just, it's their take. I'm curious because, you know, Illumination has been so much on Minions, but they have done Sing, and they have done Pets, Secret Life of Pets, you know, okay, average movies, and I think that they're able enough. They're good enough to, you know,
average movies. They were fine.
Right.
Oh no, it's only 2. Okay.
Whoa! No,
I have an alarm for every hour.
Yeah. But no, yeah, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm very
curious.
I'm very curious because Illumination has done things where it's like, all right.
So they've done okay things. They haven't done anything marvelous. It's just like a.
Marvelous. I see what you're doing.
And pun not intended. Well, there's no pun to be had. We're not talking about Marvel anymore. But like, it's. I mean, it's there. It's a they make movies for cheap.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't look cheap. Like, well, like their movies just come out like not looking at. And it's just like a lot of their movies just look bland.
Right.
To be honest, in terms of design wise, it doesn't look like anything
it's
new
just,
or
it's just there. Like CG's like standard, and it's like, all right, like that's the thing. Yeah, I don't think of Illumination and say, wow, what groundbreaking design they have. It's like, okay, they've had the same design since 2010 when everyone was really getting into the CG boom. It's it's time now to sort of up the ante and
there's Duck Goose is like crap, so we don't even need to talk about that. We're not gonna see it.
Yeah, and I think Madagascar.
We saw a trailer to it. It looks cringy. Madagascar 4 is happening? I thought that
No, it's not. It's one of those things where like plot is unknown still. You know, they would have. It's DreamWorks, so they logically would have had a trailer up by now. They would have had some sort of wording out by now. I don't think. This is what makes me worry about How to Train Your Dragon 3, and we're sort of out of the 2018 movies because the other movies now on the list aren't really anything that's there. Oh, we forgot Teen Titans Go to the Movies. We've talked about it.
See our next one. Not excited. Yeah, it's just
don't give a shit.
See our other podcast.
Yeah.
We're not going to spoil all of our opinions because we want more views for other videos.
Yes.
So there we go.
Madagascar 4 though, it's again like the DreamWorks thing, like where I think Universal Studios, which oversees Illumination and bought DreamWorks in 2016, I think that they just don't know how to use DreamWorks. Number one, and they don't want to risk it because DreamWorks, like, remember their production values were like up in like the $150-200 million range, and they weren't making a lot of revenue off of that because it was so costly.
The Boss Baby was a success.
It was a success, but it was like, you know, you had for Captain Underpants example, they spun it off to a smaller animation studio so that it wouldn't, you know, like it was like that's not DreamWorks, but they're doing it, and it's like, oh, whatever.
They didn't put any marketing effort under Underpants.
And they didn't do that. That was what was weird.
Boss Baby had marketing effort.
They did, yeah. It's in this year of DreamWorks sort of being silent. I question if How to Train Your Dragon 3 is actually in production because nothing's known about it yet. They keep saying that it's in development, but nothing's been really pushed forward. It's still in pre-production. And it comes out in a year. and it's been on the books since 2014. Since before Comcast bought them out, since before they I think that it's if it comes out, I will be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. And DreamWorks as a whole is just not the studio that it was. They used to pump out movie after movie after movie after movie, and you know that.
Yes.
Even the garbage, even the average ones. I mean, like Megamind and Monsters vs. Aliens, and like they have a track record of just releasing movies yearly that would keep us interested in the studio in general. And I think their time is just done.
Did they have an app since no, they didn't.
They had one in 2016, but that was it. And it's like, what's going on, and why is it limping now to nothing? Madagascar.
Their comeback's gonna be Trolls 2.
That's the thing. You have Trolls 2 and you have like Boss Baby, and Boss Baby 2, movies that are just the new properties. Like, I think we talked about this however long ago, but like when Comcast bought them out in 2016, that was the perfect time to greenlight. All right, Puss in Boots 2 made enough money to push that out. All right, Puss in Boots 2. They're making a Shrek 5, by the way, but probably a reboot Shrek. But
at this point, I feel like it's too late for How to Train Your Dragon, because after 2, they came out with all these animated series, and like now they've done their run,
and it's gone.
It's not relevant anymore.
Right.
If How to Train Your Dragon 3 is still a thing, it's probably like a direct special or like another Netflix exclusive thing, because right now it's going to be hard to sell it as a new movie
and make $200 million or more off of it.
Because when Kung Fu Panda 3 came out, the show on Nickelodeon was still running.
Right, I remember that. Yeah, Legend of Awesomeness.
Yeah, which was a good show. I really loved it.
Yeah, it was what you would think a Kung Fu Panda show would look like. Just an average movie, not going too far or too deep. Just I get everything. A Saturday morning cartoon, if you will. That's what it seemed like.
I got everything I wanted out of that franchise. That Kung Fu Panda franchise as a whole is great.
I wish that they had a Furious 5 movie. That's all I wanted. That is legit all I wanted. A Furious 5 movie. That would have been great. But we have all
their origins and stuff.
We do, but I think that they could have dug in a little more. Just like the prequels of Star Wars, where it's like you didn't have to answer the question, but you made enough money to make a
what they have. Prequel. I'm satisfied with.
I'm good with the trilogy and the additional bonus content that we got, but I just wish that we had that.
Yeah, but no, I would love to see more of it. So yeah.
Yeah, but no, in 2016 when Comcast bought them out, they had the perfect time to go. All right, Puss in Boots 3 or Puss in Boots 2, Madagascar, How to Train Your Dragon. What else? Just a lot of properties were still in the minds of kids and in the minds of a lot of people. Like the Penguins movie made enough money that they could have had a sequel to that, and they came out like 2014, if I'm not mistaken. You had Penguins. You had I think Home did well, but it didn't get the sequel.
It got a Netflix show. I did not like Home. Yeah,
and the Netflix show didn't look high quality. I don't know, but like I didn't like Home at all.
There was a show too. And Sherman and Mr. Peabody for some reason.
And that was just, I think, on the barrel of making enough revenue to make back its budget.
It was a good movie, though.
It was a good movie. Yeah, I know. I enjoyed it. But no, I think that DreamWorks had an opportunity. They should have went full force with it. And I was surprised they didn't. Like, they have Illumination Entertainment, where it's like Minions, and Despicable Me, and then you could have DreamWorks doing the other side, where it's like they have their properties, and they could have made so much money, like Disney's doing right now.
Yeah, speaking of shows, is DreamWorks still making Netflix content?
Yes.
Like newer
Voltron Netflix. Still, I think, is still there.
Okay, so they're still an active people.
They're active, but they're active in a much smaller degree than they were a decade ago. That's what's weird. Like why? Universal had the chance to make themselves almost like Disney, where they had animation studios out the wazoo and sort of, really destroy and have a year where it's like, all right, Illumination movie, DreamWorks movie, even every season have a movie, right? They could have done that instead. No.
That makes it like didn't get Fox. They were going to buy Fox, but Disney's bid was so high they couldn't do it.
Yeah, Comcast wanted to buy. Yeah, Comcast and Verizon both wanted to buy out Fox.
What does Verizon have?
They don't have many entertainment properties. They're just like, they're mostly like, I think AOL.
Oh, so that was going to be their gate open.
That would have been really, really weird, because it's like, you guys aren't really in the entertainment division. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like, we hate you on your cellular service, and you guys are going to destroy Fox. Like, don't.
Files are shit.
And they don't even they're not even around in a lot of places.
They're not.
Yeah.
My sister had it, and it was so slow, and then she got Comcast, and it was so much better.
That's a surprise because Comcast is also garbage.
That's all we got.
That's the problem.
I swear, Files is more garbage than Comcast.
Yeah, I don't have a dog in the
area.
Yeah, I don't have a dog in the race because they don't let us access it. But but yeah, 2018 movies. This is going to be a packed year. This is going to be an interesting year. It's going to be a year where I think a lot of kids are going to be able. It's going to be great for kids, and it's going to be great for just audiences that like animation in general because you have such big movies that are going to have sequels, and you have these movies that are new and like Isle of Dogs and Spider-Man.
I told you I have an alarm for every hour.
That's 5 minutes into the hour.
Yeah, I know.
It's 5 minutes.
It's just so I don't wait in case I don't wake up on that.
You're just gonna interrupt my stuff, man. No, but no, you have these movies that are new, like Early Man, Isle of Dogs. You have the new Spider-Man movie from Sony. Very anticipated. I think that this is a year that's gonna have that diversity of content. Not diversity for diversity's sake, but just diversity of content in general. That you had movies like Finding Dory, for instance, that were in 2016, and it's really, and I think that another year that's gonna have a nice flow of content, not outside already of the massive lineup of movies that are coming out, just Marvel and space movies and everything. So. Yeah, this has been Cartoon Chat.
2018 is gonna be an interesting year for sure.
Very true. I'm Bryan Swan, joined alongside
K9 Biscuits.
Find him on.
I'm Mark Warren. You can find me on. You find me on.
I'm
K9
a biscuit.
Biscuits.
Finally, at Mark Warren.
Mark Warren, aka K9 Biscuits. You can find me on Blasting Tour Reports and my YouTube channel, K9 Biscuits, which are dead channels right now, but I will make videos when I feel like it eventually.
Eventually, yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's no rush.
You can find me on here until then. So
he's living here. Help me. But no,
he's cutting all my dialogue out. So maybe.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more.